All right. Let me wait for the goddamn applause to stop. All right, world. Welcome to the New Era Show. I'm your host, Zach Gastineau. This episode is also sponsored by the number one lifestyle brand in the world, my company, Valley Boys Association. I've got that 50% off code for y'all as well, too. Use code TNE24 for 50% off on everything on the site, 50% off. Most companies not doing that. They're giving you 10%, 20% off. We're giving you 50, man. So go on ahead and tap in for that price go up. But let's get into it, man. Episode 2, I got another really special guest in the building. Almost didn't work out. You know, we had some struggles getting it in this mug too. So it's God's plan though. And I got my brother in here, pro boxer Jordan Ginnis. Jordan, welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show.
Me, brother. Thanks for having me.
Man, of course.
There's a mission getting here.
Yeah, we made it work though.
It's all good though.
Yeah. Okay, Jordan, before we start, I like to do something a little bit different on this show where I have people plug their stuff first, because we all about, pushing the community, making a community in Arizona and letting people know what we got out here in the Valley. We got real stars out here. So go on ahead, plug your stuff, let people know where they can find you at.
So all my socials are gonna be at my name, at Jordan Ginnis, Ginnis. And then I'm vlogging for 365. So tap in on that YouTube. It's at Jordan Ginnis as well, man. Tap in, you see everyday life. You can just see how a pro boxer approaches every day, and how we continue and how we carry on. And I'm real up front, real with everybody. So I'm gonna be real with everything I do and everything I say. So I'm gonna let y'all get the real insight, the actual real mentality and real what my mind actually goes through on a daily basis.
Straight up. And a lot of people want to see that. A lot of people, that's a big thing now, is people seeing that first person perspective of anything anybody's doing. People just want to see and feel like they're a part of something and see through your eyes, like what's going on, how you feeling,
100.
all that. So no, that's dope. And I'll tell y'all this too, because I've tapped into Jordan's YouTube as well too. Was doing my studying last night, a couple nights back too. You doing it, bro. Now tell me a little bit about that. You really trying to vlog 365 days.
Yeah, bro. I'm not really I wouldn't say of course I want the views and stuff, but I'm not really doing it for the views at this point. I'm really just I'm trying to get myself out there more. I'm trying to because I feel like all I do is I go to work out, I go run, go take a nap, and then I chill out for a little bit, maybe hop on the game, work out again. And that's all I do every day on a daily basis. So I just felt like I need to get myself out there a little more, maybe go do some more fun things with my life. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is mainly just a me thing. Also to look back in 365 days, see, damn, how far did I come this year? You know what I'm saying? Because I know this year's it's the things I have planned, the things that are already in motion. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch type, but I have a lot of emotion, so I know that this year's gonna be exciting. So I can't wait to show everybody the behind the scenes and see for myself in a year. Damn, this is what happened a year ago. It's crazy.
And let people see that growth too. People
100.
love to see that growth and that progression too.
100.
For sure. And that and I want to get a little bit more into your story, John, but that was a good thing that you said though. And I like that you have that mindset. And that's what I've noticed from your YouTube and everything. You're really trying to put yourself out there, and that's what I see a lot of boxers not doing. And they're not getting those big. Nobody's tuning into them. Everything is social media. Everything is numbers. People want to see your personality. Yeah. So I like that you have the right mind frame, bro. Seriously,
I appreciate that.
That's good shit. But let's get into your story though a little bit, Jordan. So where are you coming from? Where you born and raised?
So I was born and raised in Orange County, California, Santa Ana.
For sure.
So I bounced around all of Orange County, here and there. But I got 3 siblings. I'm the youngest, so I got 2 older sisters and then my older brother.
Okay.
And then the closest one to me is my older brother. He's older than me by 4 years.
Okay.
So I was I got the hand-me-downs, the little everything going around. So I just followed them around. So we moved around quite a lot because of my brother for football, my sisters for softball, you know, my pops for work, so we was just bouncing around all around Orange County, mainly Santa Ana and Huntington Beach though.
Okay, for sure.
So I was there until up about until end of 8th grade, middle 8th grade.
Okay.
And I moved out here because my pops got work.
Yeah.
And so we moved out here. I was still playing football at the time, and so I ended up going to Chandler for my freshman year.
For sure.
And I ended up transferring to Saguaro for a little bit.
Okay.
Played some ball there. Unfortunately, I was a little hoodlum. I was a little bad kid. Not gonna lie, you feel me? So
I can relate. Yeah.
So I got in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, you feel me? Yeah. I didn't make life the easiest.
Yeah.
So I ended up forcing my hand a little bit, and I ended up moving back home to finish my senior year out playing ball. And I ended up having a few PWOs from low level D1 schools and stuff.
Okay.
And but I didn't feel like I just had lost kind of like my love for the game. I didn't feel all I heard the whole time, playing ball. Well, this you think coaches are gonna talk like this in college? Oh, it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that. I'm like, damn. Like at this point, like
I ain't even
I got
fucking with
there,
that.
right? Yeah, I don't even
Yeah.
know if I can do 4 more years of that, right?
Yeah.
And at a point where it's like just PWOs, you got to pay for what you're doing, right? You got to go grind it out. And so was I in the mindset to grind it out at that moment? I mean, I decided no, and
Yeah.
it was a big
Yeah.
decision because I've been playing ball my whole life, right? Like I played football, shoot, since I was 6 years old. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I stuck with football. Like I played every sport growing up. Like the only thing I didn't play was soccer, but I played like recreationally,
Yeah.
playing with the homies, but nothing else. But besides that, I played damn near every sport. And so I wrestled and stuff when I was younger, and that was the only other like sport that kind of caught my attention because of that it was only like a solo sport, like
Yeah.
you can't really you don't yeah, like there's team elements, but like, if you lose, you lose, right? You're
Yeah.
losing.
It's all on you.
So when I was younger, wrestling, like I struggled with that because I was like my only right. Like I hated losing. I couldn't stand losing. So like I
Yeah.
couldn't stand losing even on a team sport. So when I lost by myself, damn, what was I really gonna do, right? So
Right. Right.
when I was younger, like I ended up moving on past that, and I just stuck with basketball and football. And then once I got to high school, I was like, all right, let me just play football. And so then when senior year came around, I'm like, damn, was it time to like call it quits? I really had to like self reflect and come to terms like, yeah, I need to come home and I need to like, like check back in with myself. So I kind of like
Yeah.
dropped off the face of the earth for like a year. I'm not gonna lie. Like I deleted all my socials. I just like kind of like did some soul searching, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And just wanted to see where I was gonna go and take my life, And so like I was mentioning before this podcast, like I'm a big UFC guy, and so I was gonna originally do MMA, and because I like I said, fall back on my like wrestling, my background and all of that.
Right.
So
Right.
I had like a few friends in the MMA world, and then I knew like a few coaches and stuff. So it was kind of like already footstep. But Marty, he's like I call him my uncle because my best friend's Karan Adams, so his like actual nephew. And so I've known him since like I moved out here 8th grade.
Yeah.
And so he like known me, he's seen my whole progression, seen everything. So I reached out to him, like, hey, can I get my hands right? And before I go get my ass whooped, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Right.
let me get right. He was like, yeah, all right. So at first I was coming in, I wasn't really taking it serious. Like I was in 3-4 days a week, like just for an hour working out pretty much. And he showed me like the basics and stuff. We weren't doing nothing crazy because he, at the end of the day, like he didn't really want to invest that much time into me because he thought I was going to leave, and I didn't want to invest that much time because I thought I was going to leave.
Right.
And so I ended up really like kind of like falling in love with it a little bit. Like I was just like I started like liking it more and more. Started showing up every day. Started just doing everything. And so I one time was like sparring somebody, and I have a homeboy that's like an agent. He works at like an agency, and they represent a lot of UFC fighters, and he was talking to me and he asked me like what my plan was with everything. Like, did I want to box? Did I want to do this? Did I want to do that? And I told him my whole plan. Like, no, I want to do UFC. I think it's quicker. I think it's quicker money, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And he was like, bro, like at the end of the day, you're not making that much money. Like if you're going to get punched in the face, get punched in the face for like real money. Because he was telling me how his agency was representing Francis Ngannou and stuff. And Francis Ngannou, well, he was fighting top 5 opponents, was taking loans out to make it through fight camp, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Pay off the debts and doing. So like if you're a top 5 heavyweight, which is the premier division, and you can't even make ends meet, like that's crazy, right? So that really opened my eyes. I'm like, all right, well, like if I'm gonna get punched in the face,
this is why bro's in the UFC too.
This is well bros in the UFC. That's why the whole big thing was like he needs like you feel me? He was
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to get, because the big thing is he was getting paid, but he was like, no, I want everybody to get paid. Like they like I've been there, and it's not right for them. If you're on TV, if you're fighting and you can't pay ends, you can't make ends meet, you can't support your family. Like it's very unfortunate. Like a lot of these UFC fighters, like at lower level, like if you're watching the guys that are like on like way early, that are on at like 3 p.m., 2 p.m., those guys still have second jobs most likely. Like on more than likely, if they're committed, their girls holding it down, you know what I'm saying? They're only bringing home 20-40K. That's McDonald's money at the end of the day.
Yo, straight up though.
20-40K, which is sad.
Straight up.
That's sad that that's McDonald's money nowadays.
Yeah, nah,
it is what it is,
it
man.
It is.
And so you gotta get in where you fit in. And so I was like, damn, like is that really what I wanted to do? And then I got kicked in the leg, and I was like, I don't want to get kicked in the leg no more. So I'm like, let me just get with my hands, right?
Right.
And so I told Marty like, hey, like I think I'm serious about doing this. Let me get right. He's like, all right, you know what, like let's see if you are. And so he said, show up every day 5 a.m. I was in that bitch every day 5 a.m.
Yeah,
running, doing all that. I was when I finished football. So I played. I was strong safety like outside backer, you know what I'm saying, like a down safety. So I was like 180, 185. Like I was like bulky, but I held it well. But then after, I'm chilling, I'm not doing much. So I'm like 190, right? So I'm 190 when I come in. I'm only about like 5'10" on a good day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
so I'm like I'm pretty chubby. And so I fight at 147 now, bro. Yeah. So I lost about fucking the first year I lost about 40 pounds
Wow.
ish, like 30, 35. Like within the first like 6 months, I probably lost like 20, 25.
Damn. And for those of y'all who don't know, as Jordan keeps saying, Marty, shout out to Marty and Malik Barrett.
Yeah.
We sponsor Malik Barrett. He'll be up here. Another pro boxer in the camp. And Jordan, what it's 12 round?
12th round fit.
12th round fit.
Yes,
That's
sir.
would you say that's not y'all promotion company, but it's kind of the camp that y'all are both coming
That's
out
our
of.
gym. So that's a gym
Gym,
that's a
yeah.
gym we fight out of.
Yep.
Yup. So
Shout out to them.
yeah,
Shout out to
y'all.
Marty.
Yep.
Real
Shout out to Marty.
real old school brother. I just met him probably 2 weeks ago after we did the sponsorship. I went to the gym, met Jordan as well too. Kind of reminds me of my pops a little bit. Real old school guy. Yeah, just super old school guy. Always giving out game, always giving out knowledge. Super knowledgeable. And then shout out to Malik as well too, who y'all will see on the show later. But
Yes, sir.
um, nah, Jordan, talk to me a little bit about just the process of losing all that weight. Like, did you do that purposely, or did you just kind of shed all them pounds working out?
So I've always been like I've always had like a kind of just on and off like chubby body. Like I've always been like I've throughout my life, like there's been years like, oh, like I was been chubby, and then I got super skinny, then I got chubby, then I got super skinny. So it's
Okay.
like I've constantly fluctuated. But it was a big thing like for ball, like I said, like I had to put on that weight. So I was kinda carrying that weight. So I had a good base. I think that if anything that helped me because I had a good base, right? I was lifting all that weight and I did carry it well. And then when I did get fatter, I was like, it really was just all cardio because at the end of the day, that's really what boxing is. And then I started running some
Yeah.
more. And Marty was talking to me like, "Oh, what do you want? Like what weight you think you can fight at? Blah blah blah." And like initially, I think I like probably said like 150 something or whatever. And he's like, "All right, cool. Like so you need to do this." And so it was big, just running for real.
You were
And
180, 190, and you
I
said, let me
was,
fight 150?
yeah, I think I could get down there. Yeah,
Wow, bruh.
let me get down there. So now I fight at 147
My homeboy Muhammad,
welterweight.
who I just had on last week too,
He will
he's
beat you up. No, I'm just
he's
kidding.
amateur. He's amateur still, and I don't want to put too much of his business out because I know sparring with different people is like a sacred thing.
No, it's
He's
all
been
good.
in the camp with Benavidez though, and then he did some stuff with another cat out here who's pro as well too. So I've seen him work, and he told me like he's like, "Is that how much you?" I was like 200, like 201. He's like, you should never fight at that. He's like, you're gonna get your head knocked off
100.
messing with these dudes that's 300 pounds.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not
that's
finna get in no
heavyweight.
ring with Tyson Fury.
Hell
And he's a
no.
giant.
Hell no. Well, even bro, even think about so 175, right? That's where Canelo went up to fight Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri Bivol is freaking 6'2" at 165, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, at 175, bro.
yeah.
It's just insane. And then you go above that, and it's damn near just heavyweights that can cut weight. Like 185, and
Mm,
all that. Like, I mean, because, there's a lot of boxing, there's a lot of boxing weights. And so, like,
yeah,
you fight, like, pretty much every 5 weights. I mean,
yeah,
every 5 weights, every 5 pounds. So
yeah.
it's like, it really fluctuates. And so it gives you more of an opportunity to, like, cut. And
Mm,
so like you can really get down to like what your maximum efficiency is, right? Like, of course, you can get down. Like, I could starve myself and I could drain myself and probably get down to 135, right? And I would look like a skeleton.
right,
And then the next day, my fight, I would fight like a motherfucking skeleton because
right.
I'm damaging my body when you cut that much weight. That's also the big problem with like UFC and stuff is they
Mm,
cutting so much weight. And so then
mm.
that's why they can't. That's why they get, like you see them go in there and they get hit one time, get sparked out. It's a lot of it because they're dehydrated. They don't have enough fluid through their brain, so they just, you feel me, banging it. So that's why you got to make
Wow.
sure it's big in boxing too. I'll put y'all on some game. Like
Yeah,
in when you're fighting a big fight, right? Like when you're the A side fighter and you get to control the contracts that are sent and everything. Of course, you're gonna want to have as big of a advantage as possible, right? So if I say I fight at 147, right? I walk around at 160, bro.
yeah,
So we'll say you fight at 160, we meet at 154, bro.
yeah,
And I know you walk around at 180 or something like that, right? So I know I walk around at 160. We're fighting at 150. I know I could easily get up back to 160 easy, right?
yeah,
So what I'm gonna tell you is we're gonna weigh in 3 like separate times this week,
right.
right? So like your first weigh in, you need to be this certain weight. Your second weigh in, you need to be this certain weight. And so your first weigh in will be like, I'll say like you need to be one 160. You need to be 160. All right. Your first weigh, you need to be 160. Then the second weigh in is the real weigh in. So we gonna weigh in at whatever the fight weight is, 152 or whatever.
Okay.
We'll weigh in at 152. So then in the contract, I'm gonna have you that you had signed. It's a rehydration clause. It says that you can't get past 155. That also means I can't get past 155. But guess what? That's only 5 pounds I'm losing off of my normal weight. Like, I don't care. That's not that big of a deal. That's me running off some water. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But for you, that's 15 pounds that you can't gain back. You know what I'm saying? That could really, in reality, or really 20 pounds, that would really help you. And that's what beneficial. And that's also going to damage your organs, your brain,
Every
all that.
fucking thing.
Exactly. So it's really going to affect you. So like, that's the big thing that happened with like Errol Spence.
Mm.
And so like Errol Spence, like he wasn't there because that's why you notice like as soon as I wanted a rematch, but I wanted at 154. Like, okay, you want that extra little 5-6 pounds because you know it's like it really affects you because when you get down that low, right? And you got to lose that 5 extra pounds, like that's where it really comes off. That's like you're really depriving your organs and your body of like certain nutrients that it needs. So it's like it really will affect you. And like Ryan Garcia, right? It took like against Gervonta Davis, he landed one. It looked like Gervonta landed one liver punch. Oh my God, he quit. He's done. But that's because Gervonta gave him a rehydration clause. Ryan walks around probably around me, my weight, like he's around the same height as me, and so he ended up fighting at 135, right? 135, and probably couldn't get above 140 or 142, right? And so then your liver, your kidneys, they're all lacking water, lacking hydration, lacking nutrients.
Yeah.
And so all it takes is one clean punch, and especially by a guy like Gervonta Davis who can break your ribs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a clean punch.
So Jordan, it's not common for a guy, let's say I naturally weigh 180 or I naturally weigh 160 or something. It's not natural for that guy to be like, okay, I weigh 160, I'm gonna fight at 160, like close to the weight, 165, 167.
You want to
like
get your ass whooped?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, 167, bro. That's big, bro. That's big boys, bro.
It's all big dudes.
Those are like 6 foot,
draining
like,
themselves.
Draining themselves. Well, they're not even draining themselves. They know they got it down to a science now. Like that, they found it out. Like when, like where I'm at right now, like where these guys were right now, like they fought at like, say you fight at 154, right? So he's probably fought at 142. He's probably fought at 147. He's probably fought at 156. He's probably fought at 160. And he's gone through all these pro fights, gone these little fights, you know, building up and found what weight he likes the best. So like he found out like, okay, at 142, I'm not as fast. I may have a little more power, but I'm not as fast and I don't like not being as fast and I feel bad. All right. 147, I still felt a little drained. I think I had good speed, so if I go to 154, I'll be faster than these 154s and I'll feel great. So like that's kind of how it goes. Like they end up, you know, being exactly where they're supposed to be, especially like those guys that you're seeing on TV and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe those guys nowadays, maybe there are cats. There probably are. No, not probably. There are 100% cats out there that are gonna, you know, take a paycheck. Hey, call you up. Hey, I need you in 3 days. What do you weigh? I weigh 154. Cool. You gonna fight at 154? Cool. That's it. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely cats out there that are doing that, but like, those are the ones that have kind of given up, you know what I'm saying? That are the opponents that are not looking for the bread. They are only looking for the bread.
Yeah. Now, John, let's get a little bit into, now we kind of got into this story, how we got to boxing. Now I kind of want to talk about your fighting style and just overall, just your fight career. Like your first fight was in Mexico?
No, my first fight was out here at Celebrity
Theater. Celebrity Theater. That's your first fight.
March 4th, 2023, baby.
Okay, got it. I just watched that one last night too. Okay, for sure. Do you feel like a lot of the people that you fought up to this point, like are these guys looking to advance their career and make a name for themselves, or some of these dudes, old dudes looking for checks?
The first dude definitely probably, I would say like, it was my first fight, so we wanted to, you know, make sure that it was somebody that I could get in there and actually like, you know, probably perform exactly.
Yeah.
And so he probably was in there not the greatest. He probably wasn't the greatest boxer. But he got in there. I mean, at the end of the day, he got in there. So if you getting in the ring, I would hope that you're getting in there not to subdue yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to beat me up, because at the end of the day, it's sad if you're not. So I think the first guy probably lacked the most motivation. He was probably a little intimidated. It was my home crowd. I had a lot of people there, had a lot of family there, had a lot of people making noise for me. I was pumped. I was fucking hyped up. And even he actually, it's funny, he actually DM'd me after and was like, "Bro, you look so good." I was a little intimidated. And like, all right, bro.
Hell no. Nah. Come on, bro.
Like, bro, keep
we trying to compete.
Bro.
Bro.
Keep it to yourself, bro.
Damn.
And so then, but my second fight, in Mexico, I fought this dude named Miguel. and I made him like quit on the stool after the third round. But
Yeah.
he was scrapping though.
Yeah.
And so then my third fight, I went back down to Mexico, and I was supposed to fight this other dude. He had a lot of fights. He was like he had like 20. He was like 20 and like 30 or whatever. So he had like 50 fights. And
Yeah.
so it was gonna be good step up, good. Like I could really get a lot of experience from it.
20 and 30.
Yeah, exactly. So
Wow.
he's just in that bitch.
Wow.
In that bitch for probably since he was like 16 too. Crazy CTE, bro. Sad.
No, for real though.
Sad,
for real
bro.
though.
Sad. But
Wow.
anyways, yeah. But he I've seen that dude fight, and so
Yeah.
I was like, I got matched up with him. I wanted to get matched up with him. He ended up, having to pull it out or something, whatever. So we called up Miguel because he was a local guy. I was like, hey, bro, like, you trying to scrap again? He was like, hell yeah, like, let me come through. Boom. And so that third fight, I'm not gonna lie, like, if you guys are gonna go watch one YouTube video on my YouTube, bro, go watch that third fight. It was a scrap. I'm not gonna lie. He came in that bitch. He's not the best technical fighter, but like at the end of the day, when you fight somebody that doesn't know how to fight, it's almost harder to fight because like they're not doing orthodox things. They're doing crazy things. Like, so you gotta like, what the fuck is this? What is he gonna
Figure
do?
that shit out.
Exactly. What is he gonna do next?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so he was in there throwing bad intentions, just throwing everything. He trying to kill me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was piecing him up. And second round, I mopped him, gave him a good little body. He wanted to quit. But the whole crowd, bro, like in Mexico, that's why I love fighting down there. Their nationality, like their nationalism is so big.
Yeah.
And they're the best fans. Like even regardless of like me being from a different, like country, like
Yeah.
I come in, maybe when I come in, they're like, oh, boo, boo, boo. You know what I'm saying? Because there'll be 6 Americans on the car and 5 of us will win, So like, of course they, but after I win, they're can you sign this? Let me buy you a taco, doing stuff like that. So,
yeah.
So, but during the fight, they're definitely like, anytime he even lands it, if he lands it on my gloves, oh,
yeah, I hear them.
They
screaming.
And so you could hear it. If like you speak Spanish, you'll hear them. Literally, he takes a knee. He's like, oh, he's about to quit. They're like, you can't quit. Get up. You can do it. Get up. You better not quit. You better not quit, motherfucker. And so he gets up, and then he did that about freaking 3 more times. The crowd every time saved his ass. He honestly he was dead, but he didn't know he was dead. But he was scrapping.
Yeah.
And it was a rough fight though. Like, it was a good experience for me because it was my first time I went all 4 rounds.
Yeah.
It was the first time that I really experienced like adversity, and I also like I didn't feel great. Like there was other aspects of the fight, regardless of the fight, like not him, not anything else, like that myself. Like I don't think I ate the proper way. I don't think my cut was the best. I don't think I took it as serious as I could. Like so it was a good eye-opening experience. Like, okay, like if this motherfucker's doing this at this low of a level, what's gonna happen if I don't take it as serious, or if I don't do what the things I'm supposed to do at a higher level, right? So it was good to see that. And then my fourth fight, he was decent. I mean, I think he was again like intimidated. A lot of them are just like, they see
it's
like,
unreal.
Yeah, exactly.
Why even step in the fucking ring at that point?
Exactly.
But I understand it. Some people trying to feed their family and stuff too. At the end of the day, get it whatever they got to do. So I get it to a certain
100%. So I mean, it is what it is. But also like, I mean, I think like they're not going to step in if they don't think they have a chance to win, right?
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, like when they first step in, they definitely have they think they have a chance until you get punched in the mouth, right? Everybody has a plan until you get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
Like,
nah, for sure.
For real. Like so, like it's definitely Also, if you look up, like you've seen my box rec, like my box rec picture, like I was a kid in it, and so I look like a little baby, and so like I'm sure if they look me up, like they see me up on my box rec, they're like, oh, I could take this kid, he look young, and then they see me in real life, they're like, oh, this motherfucker really, you feel me? He's different.
You're like shit.
But you also asked about like my boxing style. As far as boxing style, bro, I'm black, brother.
Yeah.
I fight like a black man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I see
that's
that.
how it is. That's just how it is. It's how I've always been. I mean, all my homeboys, they're all African American.
Are you black, Jordan?
I'm not. I'm half Mexican.
I actually would have swore you are black, honestly.
No, I'm half Mexican, brother.
Yeah, I would have swore you was black, honestly.
No,
I thought you was
appreciate that.
No, I thought you was light skinned Mexican. No, I actually thought you was like, okay.
I always mess with my friends. I tell them I'm light skinned. You know what I'm saying?
You is light skinned.
That's
shit.
it. That's
all. Hey, what can we say? That baby is not light skinned. He is light skinned.
Exactly.
Nah. You got the Allen Iverson braids.
For real though. But
came here with a do-rag on. Y'all just ain't see.
Nah, but Jordan, I would agree with you on that. You're quick.
No,
The
yeah.
thing I like about you too is I don't know any other boxers besides like Sean Porter. I think is the only other boxer I know with a strong football background that he always talks about.
Yeah.
You've got a strong football background, and I see that though. Like
yeah.
me, I do little stuff myself and I'll get in there, footwork and stuff. The footwork translates over from football to boxing. I see it
100%.
in your game. Like when Marty told me, he was like, Jordan looks like he's showboating and shit, but he's not showboating. He's really just setting shit up. Like I didn't realize what he was saying at first. Then I go back and look, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what he's saying about people think you showboating because you're skipping around, you're moving, you're doing stuff that's like that would be on a speed ladder for football, and it looks so smooth and sweet, bro.
Hell yeah, I
It looks smooth,
that,
yeah,
brother.
for sure.
That's
for
a
sure.
lot of credit to Marty though, because yeah, like you said, it translates real well, but he also, he helped really enhance the things that I already knew how to do well, right? And so he, like I said, like it was important that he knew who I was. Like I call him Uncle Marty, that's my uncle. So like he knows how I get down, he knows how I move. He knew how hard of a worker and how much I put in and what I was doing on the football field and everything. And so he helped translate that very well into the ring and yeah, all credit to him. But for sure, like you said, yeah, it looks like I got a flamboyant style, is what I would say, like a flamboyant style. Like I take big inspiration from all like the greats, from Floyd, from Sugar Ray, from I always from Roy Jones. I always tell I mess with Marty all the time. I tell him they call me White Boy Roy.
Hey man,
they call me White Boy Roy back home. You know
hey,
what I'm saying?
Man.
I'm just playing, but for sure, I take like these are the guys I watch, right? These are the guys I study. So of course, my style is gonna emulate that style.
Straight up.
And it's a lot of people don't like it. I mean, like you see a white boy come in with some swag, and boxing isn't dominated by like a lot of white people. Like it's not a predominantly white sport. And so when a white motherfucker does come in and he's not acting like a typical square straight edge white man, and he's doing things that don't look like a normal white kid should do, and he's actually beating somebody's ass, people don't take it very well. And so it's cool. I've always been a polarizing individual, I'll say. Like my whole life, like I've always been a polarizing individual. Like you either loved me or hated me. Like on my football team, right? Like you either loved the way I play, you loved the shit I talked, you loved how I brought everything, and you fucked with it, or you hated me and you couldn't stand me. You think I talked too much, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, or like, with friendships, I'm not really half-assed into friendships and stuff like that. So it's like you either, you're with me or you not. Like I'm not really forcing nothing. I don't really do nothing like that. So I would say like I can deal with that. Like it's been my whole life, right? Like you see a white boy that talking shit on the football field, they're not gonna fuck with it either. So it's the same thing when I'm coming into these boxing gyms and they.
So one thing I wanted to ask,
and
I see this shit all the time.
Let me hear it, Jimmy. Let me hear it. What you got?
So people talk about Mike Tyson a lot.
Okay.
And they talk about how his like boxing is like if you're first started boxing, his style of boxing is not the way to go.
Hell no.
Because it will get you fucked up out there.
Type shit. So actually, it's a funny story, dude.
So
I got a really funny story. So there was this kid. He came in from we called him. He's from the Ivory Coast. We called him Ivory Coast because he had a little accent. But he was actually from like Virginia or something. He was out because his sister was like graduating for ASU or something. He was out for a few weeks staying at a B&B, and so he just walked into our gym. And so we ended up, by the end of the time, we ended up calling him Tyson because all he would do was get in there and try to fight like Tyson and swing, and he would just get his ass whooped. Like Marty, like the first day he was in there. So we, when we go in there, we let people spar with other people. We always only do bodies. We don't do no heads. We go light. A lot of people are in there just to work out. These people have normal ass jobs. They don't need to go get their eyes black. They're just trying to get some cardio and get some workout in. And so he gets in and he's trying to kill fuckers. And so Marty's like, all right, get in there, bro. Show something. I'm like, all right. So he's in there trying to do all this extra shit. And all I did was, step back. He sit him down. Oh, right. And then the whole 2 weeks that he's done, doesn't fight like Mike Tyson once. We still call him Tyson, but he doesn't fight like Mike Tyson once. And then now I still follow him on the socials. He's back to fighting like Tyson. Okay. Not looking very well. But like no, so
I was watching like old Mike Tyson clips. That nigga was
raw. But that's a style that was invented by that coach, Cus D'Amato. And so you can only learn it from him.
Yeah.
And so he was taught by him, and that's how he was taught to do it. And it takes a specific type of body build and mentality to be able to fight like that.
No, straight
Like
up.
you got to be so explosive through your legs. You got to be so quick. You got to almost honestly be a little shorter than your opponent.
You have to.
Like, so you got to have monster power. If you don't have
Yeah.
monster power, like if you could be powerful in your legs and you could be quick and all this, but you don't have any power, and you find like Tyson, like it literally would not work. Like,
No.
at all.
Tyson's in there knocking out dudes at 7 feet. That nigga's
Insane.
5'10", bro. Like
That
5'10".
motherfucker. So I mean, you know, Marty spent some time with Mike, like during his fight camp, and
Really?
yeah, coming up, and so he has a lot of stories. You should get Marty on the podcast.
No,
I'll let him tell that.
nah, seriously.
I'll let him tell them stories. But yeah, he got a lot of interesting stories for
That's
sure.
crazy, bro.
He's told me, like, on our way when we driving back home or to the fights, you know, Malik always be asleep, and so it just be really a lot of just me and Marty talking.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
he be
yeah.
telling me spinning stories. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Unreal.
No way. Like, this
Unreal.
happened. Like, this is like he's a real person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's insane. Like, he's a real person.
Yeah. Now, I like that you said that about white boys fighting, because the only other white boy I really know getting down right now is like Caleb Plant, and I guess you could say he's got a black style, quote unquote. He's
And
very quick.
he's
clean.
He's grown up like me around a lot of black people. He has an
Kentucky.
interracial wife.
Yeah, straight up.
He has an interracial kid.
Yeah, straight
like,
up.
So he's been around there. Like, I mean, I would hate for people. I feel like people are probably gonna end up comparing me to him like a lot when I come up, just because, you know, like of our styles, and because of our mentalities and everything like that.
The cornrows just reminded me of Sean O'Malley. The Sean O'Malley cornrows.
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley's tough though.
Sean O'Malley tough.
He's tough as hell.
I fuck with Sean. I like Sean.
Bro. What?
I think though, Jordan, I think with you though, you've got so much more of a personality, and you've got so much more to connect with people. Whereas Caleb Plant, like he doesn't really. I don't really see Caleb Plant doing anything or getting out of like putting his personality out there. So
agree.
I think that you could honestly, you're gonna avoid a lot of that for real. And I don't even see the comparison. Honestly, Caleb Plant, he's quick, he's fast, he's clean with his fighting, but you just got this footwork, dog. That's just like it's something serious, bro. For real. Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, that's big. Yeah, I think that's my biggest. I mean, that's my biggest attribute.
Yeah.
We fight what we say we fight, like, you know, we're boxing, but we fight with our feet. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to fight with their hands. They like to throw. Oh, we finna throw these hands. All right, bro. All right, you can throw them hands all you want. Throw them hands all you want. See if you can hit me. Hey, this shit don't matter to me. So I'm finna be over there. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely I don't know. It's weird because at first, right, this is all I ever learned and witnessed and like know from boxing, right, is the exact style that I'm taught.
Yeah.
So when I'm taught these little things, and Marty gives me these little tricks and do these little things, and we go to these other gyms and we spar these other people, and I like see different type of styles, and I see what other coaches are saying to these other fighters and stuff. I'm like just in awe of like, damn, these motherfuckers cannot fight. Like, these motherfuckers cannot fight.
Boxers, like these boxers just claiming to be boxers. Fight. Yeah.
Like, this is wild. Like, you supposed to, and then like the biggest thing for me though about the boxing like community, bro, like as a whole, no hate, no nothing. Like I love the boxing community. Like a lot of them are accepting, a lot of them are everything like that.
Yeah.
But if you go in, a lot of people aren't looking to like, you know, really expand and get better for themselves. Like you go in there, they're looking to try to whoop your ass, and like they hear that you a pro boxer. Like when I walked into a lot of the gyms, they already know who I am. Like, oh, you're Jordan. Oh yeah, I remember you from Iron Boy. Oh, I'm like, nah, bro, you just looked up my name, you looked up my box rec. You know what I'm saying? You heard that I was coming in, type shit. That's really all it is. And then the whole gym's gonna be watching, and you know all the pressure's on me, but I don't care. I don't have no pressure. When I go to spar, I'm going to spar. I'm going to get some work in. I'm not going to kill nobody. I know what I can do when I get in the ring. If we took off this headgear, and if there was a real ref in this bitch, we all know what would really happen. So it's a lot of people they go in there looking to kill, looking to fucking whoop your ass, and so then when you whoop their ass and it doesn't look like you're trying that hard.
Yeah,
you doing the things that you do on the regular, but they think that you know, showing off, doing this, doing that. They never gonna hit you up again. Like even if it was a good work, it's good sparring round. Even if I think, like, honestly, bro, after every sparring session, I think I get my ass whooped. Like I could whoop your ass. I could win all 12 rounds of a sparring session. I could go home in my car and be like, wow, I suck. Like I feel like I'm ass. And then I'll look at the film and be like, okay.
You're hard on yourself, though.
All right,
critical.
yeah, right. Like that's everyone.
Yeah.
But so like they look at it like if you don't have the best sparring session, like then it's like they'll never speak to you again. They don't want to work with you. Like it's very hard to find like good. That's why it's like, people got to hire people to come into camps and stuff. Like no one really wants to get they working. But
Wow.
like, yeah, so it comes to the point where like when you are a pro and you are like, and you need like these, it's for a big fight and you really need preparation. Like you have to pay people to like come get your ass whipped, bro, because
Wow.
like you got to give them some motivation to stay, right? Because like a lot of people getting better is not enough motivation for them, right?
Especially
like
now in 2024, like this motivation to get better in anything, any aspect of
It's
life is not
unfortunate.
celebrated or anything. So I could see that.
Yeah, it's there for you. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's you get a lot of that, and then a little combination of, like I said, like a polarizing, like, oh, you got your ass whooped by a white boy. Oh, look who it is. Oh, this, that, and third.
Yeah.
And then I like to talk, bro. I like to talk. So
Yeah.
like if they start talking, I usually go in there real respectful. I'm always real respectful. But if motherfuckers get out of hand, I get out of hand. That's how it go. And so
You don't want to hoop with me. Boy,
Boy,
I'm the biggest shit talker out there, bro.
I would be too if I was 6'4", fucking.
Yeah.
Like, I go out there. I was going like, dude, I like little run. You know what I'm saying? Like EOS, shit like that. And I go out there, and there would be like a nigga like his size. Talk about, you suck. I'm like,
Yeah.
And I'm just like, nigga, I'm just fucking around right now.
That boy, baby
I
Shaq.
come out, you think I'm Kobe out there?
Yeah, nah, baby Shaq.
Boy,
Boy,
out there.
ain't no Kobe.
You don't think
Michael
I'm out there? You said what?
Michael Jordan with the way you talking shit.
Boy, what?
You on their ass?
Nigga. What? You better.
But nah, Jordan. Who's another? I'm trying to think of like other top white fighters. Like I know them British boys get down. They got a style of fighting. Okay.
He's from Australia.
Right.
But he's like low level. So like the big thing for me, that's why I'm like really trying to take advantage. I'm really happy like where I'm at, and that's why like I fight at 147. So like the two weights that are like the always have been the money weights is welterweight and heavyweight.
Yeah.
So if you're a heavyweight that can fight, you feel me? You're gonna make some money. If you're a welterweight that can fight, you can and promote yourself. You're gonna make some money. And so, like that's the thing for me is like really trying to promote myself like correctly. You know what I'm saying? So, fighting at this weight and with like the best competition, because this is right where like power meets speed. You can it's just small enough people, but like they're big enough to where it's like they really they can like,
rock you.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I'm like when I fight like folks that are like below my weight, like it's really like it's a noticeable difference.
Yeah.
But like if you fight somebody my weight or above, like you can really feel like the power and the change. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I want to really start getting out there because Zach has been talking about like, oh, I want to get in the ring with you.
Oh no, we gonna get in there. You can't touch me, bro. No, I'm gonna guarantee that though. You too slow.
He gonna get you tired?
No, yeah, for sure.
I'm inexperienced.
Yeah, he ain't gonna touch me.
Hey,
I ain't gonna lie.
Cardio's gonna be the only shit that can touch you. You going, bro? I'm telling you, like you might like because like you gonna get in there and it's just like it's a different your body because your body reacts like you put in a fight, so it's gonna give you those emotions, those chemicals throughout your body that like you in a fight. You're gonna get the adrenaline. You're gonna get the all the like different chemicals in your brain.
Yeah,
so it's really so you're really gonna like really feel it, and then you gonna forget to breathe. And then when you forget to breathe, then you gonna get hit in the stomach, and then you gonna start breathing a little different. And then next thing you know, 3 minutes in, you're like, what the fuck? I don't feel like I've been doing anything. It's like, yeah, bro, it's just different.
Because you're going to be getting that grizzly bear bag, boy. You're going to be trying to get after me. I'm going to be around. I'm going to just be moving, bro, to tire yourself out. Because you can knock a lot of people's head off, though. Heavyweight, you can knock a lot of people's head off, though. You big, boy. I ain't going to lie. Nah, Jimmy, we'll have to, bro, you know what? Let's line it up. Why don't we go to, we can go there, Jimmy, if you want. Let's meet up there. It's in Phoenix. I'll pick you up.
When?
We'll line it up.
Yeah, you just text me.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna put on my shorts right now.
But Jordan, tell me a little bit about. Now I saw you boxing a celebrity, bro. That was live. Like people could say what they want. Maybe it's not. Oh, it's not this big arena or whatever the case,
it's
bro.
Leaders, yeah.
It's that was live, bro. It looked like a bigger arena though. The lights is flashing. Like take me through that. Take me through fighting a celebrity.
Yeah, bro. So it's actually like interesting because. I've been like an athlete my whole life, so I've gone to big games. Like I started in our state championship game my sophomore year
Okay.
with like Keely Ringo was my corner to my left, and then Jacoby Covington was my other safety. So like
okay.
these are guys that are playing. Keely's on the
In
Eagles
NFL
now. On the Eagles
yeah,
now, and
for
then
sure.
Jacoby's about to enter the
Washington,
draft.
I think.
He's at USC, but
USC.
he was their number one like pass defender this year. So,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
number one tackle or something. Like he was been balling out. But yeah, so these are the guys like I've been balling out with. So I've kind of been on big stages, right? Bigger lights than like I guess a normal person would have had.
For real though.
So like to me, it just felt like I was like getting ready for another big playoff football game, right? So when I got there, I like got in. We took a little tour around. Looked at the ring like, oh, this is cool. I mean, I didn't like think it was like the craziest like experience, but so when you get there, they give you a physical, like they check your heart, they check everything, make sure you're all good, right?
Right.
And so the ref and the doctor were in there, and he takes my heart rate, and my heart rate was like probably like super low. I don't know, it was like my normal resting heart rate. It was like 40 something or 50 something. And he's like, hey bro, like you not nervous? He's like, ain't this your debut? I was like, hey bro, if you knew me, like I'm straight. You feel me?
I've been here before.
Exactly, I'm good.
Yeah.
And so like so I really like just to show like I really wasn't that nervous. I was ready. Yeah. But at the same time I was working. So I was trying to fight of August 2022. That was supposed to be my first fight. And then it just kept getting pushed back all the way. Ended up until like we got the right fight for March. And so I was in legitimate fight camp for 6 months. Like I was probably like in legitimate fight camp. Like,
one camp?
I was in like constantly. Well, like I was ready. So my first, so like it was the best shape I've ever been.
Because they keep pushing the fight back. So you in the same camp for same fight.
I'm like, so I'm like, I'm still in the camp for this fight.
Right.
I'm still in camp for fight. And then there's like, it gets dropped, but I'm like, all right, well, I'm probably gonna have one next month, so I'm not gonna stop. So I'm gonna still fight. And then, all right, well, I'm probably gonna have a next one. And then probably like 3 months, 2.5 months out, I probably got that fight. And so then for the 2.5 months, I had the specific, like, all right, I'm really focused on this fight. And then like I went max, like I went balls to the wall because like I'm not finna come in off weight like on my first fight. I'm finna come in looking good. Like I'm finna make sure everything's straight, right? So I hit it intense. Like I was hitting, you feel me? So I looked good. I felt good. I felt great.
Yeah.
And so I just like knew I was straight. And then I just felt him like at the weigh-ins and everything. I saw him. I just really wasn't intimidated. I was like, all right, it's time to go. And I wasn't finna lose in front of my mama. The fuck?
Hey,
like, I wasn't
finna
lose in front of my mama.
Straight up.
So
you was giving that was a fight where you was giving that boy uppercuts till he quit. That boy giving him like 20 uppercuts till he quit, boy.
I told I don't know if I was talking to you or somebody else. But I was like, could you imagine if that LeBron got in the boxing ring?
Like, LeBron could legitimately play
LeBron would knock
sport.
somebody's head off, bro.
Yeah.
He could do any sport. Well, like, yeah, I mean, so who would you? That's a good little segue. Who would you send? Like, if we had one person that we had to like send like, as our ultimate warrior, that's who you gonna send? Zion Williams?
I was like,
he has to fight like from all the aliens come to tell us like we're having a big old UFC freaking tournament pretty much. And
John
like
Jones.
all our greatest
100%.
fighters, like all the greatest fighters are gonna be there.
Yeah.
And you need to give us a greatest fighter. Who you gonna pick?
Yeah.
I might
Well, just assume. Okay, wait. Just assume they can get. Assume they can get taught. No, assume they can get taught the level like good enough, right? Like assume like they're even if like they're any weight, any sport, anything, and they like have time to prepare and they get good enough. Like they'll be as good as like a champion, but like not a great champion, not a John Jones, because John Jones is just impeccable.
I was about to say I'll pick John.
But I would pick John Jones, but I don't like John Jones's body. I would want to pick like a Jokic. If Jokic started working, if Jokic started fucking doing jiu-jitsu. Imagine Jokic. Imagine Jokic if he could get you in a rear naked choke. He would snap your neck off.
That was it.
Or Shaq.
Shaq, yeah. Shaq.
But Shaq is like actually
shit, almost a DK Metcalf though. Too.
Yeah, DK's built too. Like, he's actually built.
Actually,
but John Jones don't have the shoulders.
I dog sat for DK.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I used to dig a dog sit for DK.
In California or out here?
Out here. He used to stay in Scottsdale.
Bro got a spot out here?
He used to stay in Scottsdale.
Everybody has a spot out here.
I'm saying. He ended up moving to California though.
Oh, okay.
But like Oakland, I think. But yeah, he was out here for a little while. And
motherfuckers don't just be moving to Oakland. I don't know why I couldn't move to Oakland. But anyway.
Man, bro got his car splat too. Like, you know how
bipped. That's what I was gonna talk to you about too, Jordan, because I wanted to ask you what it's like growing up in Orange County, because me and Kalen, so we got family in the Bay. All our family, like that great migration from New Orleans, everybody moved to the Bay. So we got family in Daly City, San Francisco, Oakland.
Yep.
Totally different from Southern California.
Oh, it's a different state.
And
Like,
no, it literally is a
different
different
state.
fucking state. I try to explain to people all the time. It's literally a different,
It's a different
state. Like, what's the? Let me know about Orange County. Like, what was it like growing up in Orange County?
I mean, I didn't grow up like in no like real bad areas. I didn't grow up in the greatest areas. Like,
Yeah.
we were like, I mean, shit, we were surviving. We were a family surviving on my mama. It was she's a correction officer still to this day.
Okay,
and my pops has been in sales my whole life, pretty much.
For sure.
Well, he was in UPS while I was like a kid, and then he got into sales.
Yeah.
And so we were like surviving. It was 6 of us, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times it was like 6 of us in a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom, you know, like normal. A lot of how a normal freaking California families are
trying to make it.
Exactly, just trying to make it. Just it's so expensive out there, so it's like, you know, you may get. I wasn't in like probably like some people may from out here may drive by and be like, oh, that was a little bit of the ghetto, but to me, you know what I'm saying, it's just normal.
It's normal.
It's just like, it was nothing crazy. I never lived in a spot where I felt I was in danger.
Yeah.
But the thing I say about California is like it's a lot different out here, right? Like in Arizona, like there's only certain cities that have like a hood, you would say. Straight up. Like a hood. Like Phoenix got some hoods. They got some dangers.
And Glendale, that's really it.
Yeah, Glendale got a little bit. I mean, shit.
Tucson.
Even if you come out here, there's a little bit. Like in like a north, like keep going down like Sunny Slope.
Yeah, okay,
like
for sure.
Still got
Slopes,
a little
yeah,
bit,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
But like it's nothing like crazy. You're not finna be like, oh, I should lock my doors, right? Like I'm scared somebody's gonna walk up. But in LA, in Oakland and shit like that, like those are spots like you driving through spots, you might want to lock your door.
Don't leave nothing in your car.
100%.
Anything.
But like, so in every city there is a ghetto. Like there's a legitimate ghetto in every city in California. Like so like I said, I told y'all, like I grew up with like my African American friends, like playing ball. So like a lot of them came from those areas, and so like I did spend some time in those areas, like as far as like, you know, staying with my friends and stuff like that. But I never was like I never personally lived in a bad area. Luckily, thankfully for my like parents, you know, trying to do exactly what every good parent's trying to do, keep their kids out of danger.
Straight up.
So yeah, I never was like presented with a real opportunity of like getting into crazy trouble.
Yeah.
So luckily, but like also I think like playing football kind of helped with all that, right? Kept me really occupied. Did shit like that. So growing up in California is definitely different. It's I liked it. I loved it going out there, but like now every time I go back, right, I'm like, I kind of like don't. Yeah, it's like getting worse and worse as we go on. Like it's getting dirtier.
Yeah,
it's getting more expensive.
Yeah,
like of course, like shit. When I make it, bro, I'm finna buy me a crib in Beverly Hills.
Right,
but like, until then, right? Like there's no point. Like if like there's just no point in going to pay $3,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment.
Studio, damn near. You know, it's like, bro, California is insane.
It's insane. I mean, shit, out here starting to get like it because motherfuckers is running from there.
Running from California, exactly.
I mean, it's definitely, it's just like, it's not. You would think like if it's that expensive, it's gonna be clean, it's gonna be safe. Like it's so bad. They're doing things not to even help it out either.
Not at
like
all.
They're literally heightening how much a person can steal before it's a felony.
Yeah.
Like the reason that, like we were just talking about the splashing. The reason the splashing is such a big deal. The crack. If you guys don't know what splashing was, it's like when people run, they crack motherfucker's window and then take the stuff out the whip. And so the reason splashing is such a big deal is because if you just break up a window, you're not breaking and entering. You're just vandalizing a car and then you're stealing items. So it's not a felony. So that's why people do that. And then they just changed it up to, I think it's $999 and like 50 cents.
Yep.
You can still up to that amount of merchandise, and it's just a ticket. So like that's insane. So like these people, like these kids that after the pandemic, prices raised. None of them want to work. Nobody wants to work. They all want to scam. They all want to do this. They all want to do that. And then there also is no jobs out there. There's like the tech industry is abandoned in California.
Right.
And that's what they made. That's what made California was the tech industry. They're trying to get the fuck out of there because of everything that happened during COVID and all those times. You know, it really affected, and they haven't recovered, and they're not going to recover because they don't have the right, you know, people in place to put the right things in. They're not focused on fixing the right problems.
I agree.
You know, they're focused on trying to make themselves look good, which is unfortunate.
The clean needle, they got the clean needle act they got going on, where they're not really helping nobody. They're just letting people continue to use drugs, just give them clean product. I mean, I would.
it's a disease, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like you're helping, you are limiting, the spread of AIDS, the spread of diseases, the spread of other things, but you're also, like you say, you're giving them opportunities. But at the same time, bro, these people that are getting those are going to get those regardless.
Yeah,
Whether are
that's
they going to
facts.
get them clean or are they going to get them dirty? So like
Facts.
I support them doing that, but do I support them just being like, well, like, yeah, you can pop up a tent right here and do whatever you want. Go ahead and make these families feel uncomfortable. This family that bought a $500,000 house that is now probably fucking $2 million, but it's only a 3-bedroom. And they bought it. It was a good environment, but now there's mad homeless. They can't walk around because it smells like piss. Like it's
kids
sad.
walking around, kids coming from
Kids.
school, seeing all this shit.
It's
man.
very unfortunate, and
Yeah.
but it's also like it's almost like easier to be homeless in California than it is to like fucking.
Nah, literally though, like you might as
like-
well just set up camp on the beach. I ain't gonna lie,
bro, like,
nah,
these
for
motherfuckers,
real.
they not paying rent. They
Nah.
got you living in a great environment. What?
Yeah.
It rains probably 4 days of the year.
Yeah.
It's 75 degrees and sunny all the time.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta pay rent. They doing everything they can to support you.
Yeah.
And they not really trying to help you get out of it, but they trying to help you stay in it and make sure that you're not dying on their streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not blood on their hands.
Yeah, exactly.
But all these guys are dying in the streets. Like it's just, I mean, nothing's gonna, like compare to like, like Philadelphia and like everything that's going on out there.
Right.
But
right.
when you go down to like downtown LA, or you go down, like now it's a little better, but they're pushing it out to like Oakland, Vallejo. But like it used to be San Fran. San Fran used to be real bad, but like now they're pushing it down. And so these outer cities, right, of these big cities like LA, so like South, that's why South Central is so bad, because like prime LA, they're pushing it out into these outer suburbs. And so then it's getting worse and worse. And so it's like the same thing. And so they're instead of helping them, get better and figure out the problem, they're just trying to, brush it away. And it's the next county's issue, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Okay.
And I mean, it's starting to get, I don't know how you could be famous. I mean, how you could be homeless out here, man. It's too hot, too cold. It's not, it's bipolar. It's either too cold or too hot.
Right now it's been insane.
And so like, but we're getting hit big with the blues, the fentanyl, all that. And so that's what's happening right now. And so like downtown Phoenix is starting to look a little bit like LA a little bit. I'm like, whoa, like this is like, I mean, they're trying to be LA. They built like LA and everything. Exactly. And so now I guess they trying to follow them in that footsteps too, which is very unfortunate.
It's very
unfortunate. But I hope we get it handled, because we're only continuing to grow. You know what I'm saying?
Look, me and Jordan, we not no politicians, man, but we the future. It's a new era show. It's a new era, man. Get in contact with us. I think Gavin Newsom is the governor out there in California, man. Tap in with us, man. I'm not doing no politician work, but tap in with us, man. We got good ideas, man. Who's out here in Arizona? Who's the new I don't even know who the new governor is in Arizona. That's the problem. I need to know that though. But hey, tap in with us, man. We the youth. Come on, man.
We just trying to better our environment.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yep.
I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do and how to do it. Nope. But I do have an opinion, and I'm gonna voice it.
Exactly.
So I don't.
And we need to.
Exactly.
Now, Jordan, take me through. I also want to know about what's it like going over there to Mexico, going to a different country, boxing there, being in the community, being with the people. What's that like, man?
So fun, bro. It is so fun. Like it's kind of sad though. Like definitely when you go down there, you cross over, you're like, damn, like what is out here? Like what if you were to like? It gives you definitely a new outlook. Like, damn, I'm grateful to even be the poorest person in all of America. Like, wow. If I was born in dirt cheap, like dirt poor, like I would I have more of an opportunity to get out and to do things than to be out there where like majority of them are living in shacks, or they're not really, like it's definitely it's not like the worst of the worst in Mexico.
Yeah,
like, it's definitely like I guess probably on a good side of them, but like it's not the most violent spot, but it's definitely, low income. I just couldn't imagine if I was like born there, right, where I would go and how I would look, what would I aim to do, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't really, it just looks like there's not much hope. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, it's tough, but they enjoy motherfucking boxing, dude.
Yeah.
They enjoy it. They close themselves down. They go, there's going to be 2,000, 3,000, all those people in that city. They going to come and they going to come sit down and they gonna watch, you know what I'm saying? Not maybe I'm hyping it up, but
because they might not,
they're definitely they
have nothing else besides the boxing. Like that really, you just put me on game to why their culture probably loves boxing so much. They may not have anything else but that boxing to look forward to.
They're a fighting culture. I mean, that shit is instilled in them, right? Like they're always consistent. and with continuing to grow. And like a lot of Mexicans are like the most ambitious people I know, like, right, like a lot of them come over undocumented, and they try to make themselves better. Like they're trying to everyone's goal in life is to make your life your next predecessor's life better, right?
Yeah, yeah, straight
And
up.
so like a lot of them are working hard, and they try to do that, and they try to get better, so it's like really instilled in them. And so I think like they can really relate, right, like to a boxing fight. Like it's a fight, and
Yeah,
like they feel like, like they're fighting every day.
yeah,
And so if I can give them a 12 minutes of entertainment, 15 minutes of entertainment, and let them, feel like, oh shit, this is fun to watch somebody else fight, then God be thankfully I can
yeah,
do it.
yeah,
I'm more than happy to.
yeah. Now, Jordan, what's next for you? What do you got obviously upcoming through the rest of this year? But what's your overall plan with the boxing? Like, where are you taking this?
Shoot, brother. To the moon.
Yeah,
Taking it to the moon. I've never been in this for belts or anything like that. I'm definitely in this for the money, man. But
yeah,
I will
yeah,
say like I mean, who am I to say if I get a belt that I'm not going to be like I want to keep it forever. But I'm trying to be out of this before I'm too old, 25, 26, 27.
wow,
I want to
wow,
make a few bucks, and start my own brand, make sure my family's straight, make sure they can do the businesses they want to venture into and do the
definitely,
things they want to do,
definitely,
and just use this as a venture, because I'm at the end of the day, bro, I'm not trying to get my head beat in. If anyone
straight
says
up.
that like they live and breathe this boxing shit, yeah, for sure. But if they tell you they love fighting, bro, they're tripping and they're lying. They got to trick themselves into thinking that they love fighting, bro. But like, nobody likes to get punched in the face.
No,
It's not a normal thing. You don't like to get punched in the face, and so
no,
like, luckily, I'm good enough where I don't get punched in the face very often.
straight up.
And that's where I'm gonna continue, and I'm gonna try to grow, and I'm gonna try to do this. I love the sport though.
Yeah,
I will say like it's not I'm not like, oh, I hate the sport, I don't want to do it, and it's not like I'm like scared of getting punched in the face, guys. Like definitely not that's not what I'm saying. But
nah,
I'm
check the
trying
tape.
to,
He ain't. That's
yeah.
definitely not what he's saying,
But
man.
I'm definitely saying that it's like it's not my end all be all,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
If I was to, God forbid, knock on wood, if I got injured or anything
yeah.
and something happened, and I wasn't able to continue, it wouldn't be the end of my life. I'm Jordan Ginnis. I'm not boxer
Mm,
Jordan Ginnis. You know what I'm saying? So
straight up.
I will find another motivation somewhere else to be, somewhere else, another purpose to live. And so it's not going to be my end all be all, but I am trying to definitely make a better life for my family, better life for me, better life for my friends, better life for my
Yeah,
community.
yeah,
And yeah, so my schedule this upcoming year, next month I'm going to try to fight in Mexico, but March and April, man, I'm on the books for Iron Boy Promotions in March,
yeah.
and City Fights in April.
Talk that
So come tap in with me, man.
for
Come
sure.
see my Instagram. Stay posted. I'm gonna be selling tickets. I'm gonna be in
Come
there.
on,
I'm gonna be promoting. So
come on.
stay posted,
The
man.
Valley Boys are gonna be
Stay
out there,
posted.
man. The Valley
Yes,
Boys are
sir.
gonna be out there,
Yes,
so you ain't
sir.
gotta worry about nothing.
Appreciate that.
It's gonna be a live event, man. Don't worry about nothing. Okay, for sure. That kind of leads into my next question, though, Jordan. What do you want people to know about Jordan Ginnis away from the boxing? What do you want people to know? What do you want people to take away about Jordan Ginnis?
Um, I would like I want people to know that I'm deeper than an athlete.
Yeah,
I'm a human being. Everyone's a human being, and I think my biggest outlook, like the biggest saying that I live by day to day, is everything happens for a reason, right? Like
yeah,
everything that happens is exactly what's supposed to happen. So I'm big on like philosophy, accepting everybody, accepting everything that you do, but I'm also big on not being lazy and not accepting less from people, right? If you know that somebody's good and somebody's great and somebody should be here and they were only here, you know, you have nothing but an opportunity to promote, to help, and to really, you know, promote nothing but positivity,
yeah,
and just help the environment. There's no reason to be jealous. There's no reason to promote hatred, no reason to promote negativity when you
yeah.
could promote positivity. You exactly where you're supposed to be, brother. You gonna be exactly where you're gonna be. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Don't worry about it. It's all gonna come in time.
Yeah,
Whether it comes in 20 years, whether it comes in 2, whether it comes in 0 years and in a few months, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's gonna come.
Your blessings are for
So your
you.
blessings are for you. And
Straight up.
like, so I hope that people look at me and they see a supportive and tenacious individual, because I'm always gonna come for what I want. I'm always gonna do what I say, what I want to do. There's never gonna be an individual that's gonna tell me what to do in my life. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm gonna live Jordan Ginnis's life.
Yeah.
And so I hope that I live it positively, and I promote nothing but, you know, nothing but good vibes. That's all I'm looking for is
What
good
other
vibes,
things,
brother.
Jordan, can the people, where else can they see you? What other fields interest you? Where you see yourself, like other businesses, other ventures, see yourself doing like your age 25, 30 on
Yeah.
up?
So I'm trying to come out with my own brand.
Okay.
Eventually. I'm trying to, you know, do certain little things. Like, I'm not trying to get to my hands full, because I can see it. Like, so this is my best friend's brand, Dirty Collective.
Yeah.
Go check them out on
Shout
Instagram,
out Dirty
brother.
Collective.
Yes, sir. So I see firsthand what it's like, right? Like, I'm in there helping him out with designs and doing stuff like that, but I'm not making the shirt, doing all that. And I see how much effort he's putting it in, and I fucking beyond proud. Dane Despars, beyond proud of you, brother. That's you.
Hey,
But
tap in with him.
I'm beyond proud of what he's doing and how he's doing it. But I just know, like, if I was to launch my own shit, like, I just wouldn't have enough time. I wouldn't be able to promote it. Wouldn't be able to like, be as consistent as I know I should be, right?
Yeah.
And if you can't put your all into something, why do it yet? And I know I'm gonna be able to do it, and I know I'm gonna be able to have the assets to do it. You know, maybe I'll have some help and everything like that. So
Yeah.
I don't want to rush anything. I want it to be high quality. I want to do everything. But
Yeah.
so I want to do a clothing brand. I want to expand my YouTube, expand all my social media, make sure, you know, I become I can still, you know, do things like this. I want to start my own podcast eventually.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know, I like talking, so I'm a yapper, so it's no problem. It's no problem for me. But yeah, so things like that. And also, my sister's a hairstylist, so
okay.
the biggest thing I want to do is, you know, get her a salon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get her a salon
For sure.
And then yeah, bro, like, straight up, whatever my brother wants to do with his life, well, I want to make sure that he can do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. That's how I'm gonna get into. I'm sure there's gonna be other things when I really think about it, and there's things that, of course, I have on my subconscious, but maybe I don't want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put it out there, because maybe people knows.
Can't know too much just yet.
Exactly.
Yeah. We can't expose the hand too much.
We gotta make sure we all good. But for sure, I got some things planned. I got some. I can't wait to get to that point. But right now, I'm focused on where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to get too ahead of myself.
Yeah. Okay. For sure. Now, Jordan, before we get ready to wrap up, plug your stuff one more time. I want everybody to ticket sales, Jordan's YouTube, all Jordan's social medias. I need y'all running that up. So let's go, Jordan. Go ahead and plug your stuff.
So at Jordan Ginnis on all my socials, JordanGinnis.
Yeah.
On Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all of it. At my YouTube, Jordan Ginnis as well. Like I said, I'm vlogging 365, bro. So there's gonna be upload every day. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be upload, so you're gonna have something to watch if you bored. You know what I'm saying? Come on. And then March and April, man. Out here, downtown Phoenix, man. Come get active. Come get right. Come support your boy. Tap in on my Instagram. I'm going to be selling tickets. I love y'all. I really appreciate you. Thank you for having me, my man.
Of course.
I really appreciate it.
All right, y'all. That's episode 2 of the New Era Show, where the New Era runs the show. Shout out to my man, Jordan Ginnis.
What the hell are you yelling?
Shout out to the Valley Boys Association. Man, we got to promote, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. People don't be knowing how to promote nothing, bro. Jimmy, just stay over there, bro. That's why we the superstars over here on the camera game. Anyway, the New Era Show. I'm
gonna end the show.
That's why the New Era runs the show. Zach Gastineau, your host. Sir. I'm out of here, man. Shout out to the Valley Boys.
Valley Boys.
Yeah.